You know, in our world, if you're not moving forward, you're basically moving backward, especially with something like the CCNP ENCOR, which is such a cornerstone for so many of us. So what's your take on this whole VON 1.1 update? Is it just a little tweak, or are we talking about something bigger for network pros?
Oh, absolutely essential. I mean, come on, these certifications can't just be dusty old textbooks, right? They've got to keep up with the real world, what's actually happening out there in the trenches of enterprise networks. And that's precisely what this VON 1.1 update, which Cisco dropped in March 2025, is all about. It's like they finally decided to drag it into the present. About time, honestly.
Totally agree. It's not just what changed, but why they decided to mess with it, right? So let's get down to the nitty-gritty. What's actually different in this VON 1.1 blueprint, and more importantly, what does that mean for someone like me or anyone out there trying to keep their skills sharp?
Oh man, imagine you've just spent weeks, months even, cramming for the old blueprint. Then boom, new version drops. In infrastructure, it's not just plain old OSPF anymore. Nope, they've cranked it up to multi-area OSPF V2 and V3 and thrown in summarization and filtering. Plus, get this, they've added Precision Time Protocol, PTP, right next to our good friend NTP. That PTP stuff, huge for networks, where every nanosecond counts.
Wow, so it's not just adding more, it's adding more depth and these really modern alternatives. What about in other areas like security or perhaps architecture?
Exactly. For security, the 802.next section now dives way deeper into the EPOL four-way handshake, which, let's be real, is super practical. You'll actually use this kind of detail. And architecture, they've got this new focus on high-level design principles. Think 2-tier, 3-tier, fabric, cloud. And they've really zoomed in on the difference between hardware and software switching, covering all the juicy bits like CEF, CAM, and TCAM tables.
That's fascinating. What do you think is the underlying reason for these specific updates? Is Cisco reacting to some new, terrifying threats, or is it more about just polishing what they consider absolutely essential for today's networks?
Honestly, it's a bit of both, a real mixed bag. These changes totally reflect how the lines between on-prem and cloud are just blurring into oblivion. The urgent need for super precise timing in so many applications, and just a deeper, more granular understanding of how the network hardware actually ticks. They're also smart enough to ditch some of the old, dusty concepts, like standalone syslog logging, thank goodness, to really zero in on more integrated modern workflows. It's all about being relevant.
With all these significant changes, the obvious next question is, how on earth should candidates pivot their study strategies to actually conquer these new VON 1.1 topics? Any insider tips?
The absolute golden rule here is hands-on practice, my friend. Don't just read about Precision Time Protocol and nod sagely. Get yourself into a Cisco DevNet sandbox, or fire up EVE-NG and actually configure it. And when you're doing practice exams, for the love of all that's holy, make sure they're updated for VON 1.1 and specifically include tasks on new stuff like policy-based routing or that tricky EPOL handshake. No shortcuts.
That's solid advice, and it really underlines how dynamic IT certifications are. Which brings us to a bigger point, doesn't it, about continuous learning in our field? It's not a one-and-done thing.
You hit the nail on the head. This update isn't just another checklist of topics to memorize and forget. It's a loud, clear signal about what skills are actually relevant right now, what employers are looking for. In a weird way, the new blueprint itself is practically a preparation guide for the genuine challenges you'll face in enterprise networking in 2025 and beyond. It's a living document,